Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kelly, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I apply concealer. And I'm also going to explain a little bit about why I apply it the way that I do. I've already primed my face and put foundation on for the sake of time in this video. So first of all, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Mine is in the color Light Sand. When you're choosing a concealer, you want to choose a concealer that is at least 1 to 2 shades lighter than your foundation or your natural skin tone. My concealer is 2 shades lighter than my foundation. I start by applying it under my eyes. And what I do is I create a small triangle that starts at the middle of my eye and goes to my nose, okay? So it's gonna be a small triangle here. A lot of people do a larger triangle, which is fine. I do a smaller triangle because I like to try to concentrate the product here on the inner part of my eye so that it doesn't crease into my fine lines towards the outside of my eye and make me appear older than I actually am. Now, this is really great if you have a wider face to try to concentrate your concealer and highlights towards the inner part of your face. It'll make your face appear more narrow. If you do have a more narrow face that you want to make your cheekbones look wider, then it is a good idea to pull your concealer out a bit onto the top of your cheekbones. I do pull mine out a little bit, but I just try to avoid this corner of my eye area, and I'll show you that now. So like I said, I'm just creating a triangular shape. I do a dot right there, 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 and there. So it creates a small triangle. Do the same thing on the other side. I also apply a small dot to the bridge of my nose, the top of my chin, and I do the little duck foot right in the middle of my forehead. I'm gonna blend this out using a Real Techniques blending sponge. Mine is really dirty because it is brush washing day. So when I start to blend, I'm gonna blend here first, just in an up and down motion before I start to slowly pull it out to the side. Now once I've blended that pretty well, I'm going to start to slowly and very gently pull that out to the corner of my eye. So as you can see, it's really covered up that dark circle, and it gently blends into the side of my face. And there's barely any concealer here, so it's not going to crease into those fine lines. I'm just going to blend out the other eye now. And I'm going to blend my chin, trying to keep that concealer on the top of my chin. All right, the reason why I put concealer on the bridge of my nose is because I feel like I have a pretty pointy, kind of a long nose, and I don't want to accentuate that by bringing concealer or highlighter all the way down to the tip of my nose. I want to kind of try to balance that out. We'll give the illusion of bringing the bridge of my nose out a little bit more so that it's more in line with the tip of my nose. It's an illusion. I'm not really changing my nose, but it does work pretty well at balancing the face. So what I do for the nose is I put the dot right on the bridge, and then I will gently blend outward and then slightly down and upward. And that just gives the illusion of the tip of my nose not being so far out. It kind of balances that a little bit. So now I'm just gonna blend my forehead, and I'm just gonna go in a tick-tock motion when I'm blending that. Now the reason that I concentrate my concealer right here on my forehead is because I have a pretty long forehead. I mean, you could call it a 5 head, whatever. it's my forehead. So what I'm doing is with the concealer and highlight, I'm trying to draw the front of my forehead forward a little bit so that it appears that this part is in the background. It's not just straight up and down. It's going to create a nice curvature and kind of hide the fact that I have a huge forehead. I always set my concealer before I set my foundation and the rest of my makeup. That way I know I can ensure that it's not going to go anywhere, it's not going to slide around, and it's going to stay put underneath of my setting powder that I put on the rest of my face. I don't bake, but I do set, and I use the Makeup Forever High Definition Pressed Powder. I'm almost out of this one. I use a foundation brush, a flat foundation brush, so that I'm not moving that concealer around. I get a little bit of my pressed powder on the brush, and then I just gently pat into place over top of that concealer. Very gently. I'm not stroking or rubbing, I'm just patting. And now I can go ahead and set the rest of my face. I'm using the L'Oreal Hydra Perfect Loose Powder. I will do another video on how exactly and why I apply bronzer and highlight, but in this video I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to use the new Sweetie Pie Bronzer by Too Faced. And for highlighting today, I'm using the MAC Hyper Real Glow Highlight Palette. Since I'm gonna do a gold eye today, I'm gonna go ahead and use this gold highlight. And I'm really loving the Neutrogena Cheeky Wink blush right now, so that's what I'm gonna use. I'm just going to run a little bit of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Gel over my brows. I'm going to be using two palettes today. I'm going to use the Anastasia Original Norvina palette and also the Morphe X Jeffree Star Artistry palette. I'm going to start with the Norvina palette and use the color Eccentric, and I'm going to use that to blend into my outer corner and into my crease. Now I'm going to take the color Volatile and I'm going to blend that into my outer corner and halfway into my crease. Now I'm going to apply the color Summer, which is a glittery gold shade, all over my lid. I'm going to use the color Dreamer to highlight my brow bone. Now I'm going to go into the Jeffree Star Artistry palette, and I'm going to use the color Millions, the gold glitter topper. And I'm going to use my finger to really pack that on right into the middle of my lid. I'm also going to use the color Designer Label, the shimmering gold shade, and I'm going to use that to highlight my inner corner. I'm going back to the shade Volatile in the Norvina palette. I'm going to pull that down along my bottom lash line. I'm going to draw a winged liner using the Too Faced Better Than Sex liner. I'm going to line my waterline using a brown pencil. And now I'm going to apply just a couple coats of mascara. Next, I'm going to go ahead and apply some lashes today. These are from the Kiss brand Blowout collection, and these are the Page Boy style. I'm just going to wear a gloss today, and since I have a gold eye, I'm going to go with a bronze lip. This is the Comfort Lip Glaze by Too Faced, and this one is in the color Yummy Rummy. So this is my finished look. I'm feeling really festive, ready for the holidays. I love this gold look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial to do this gold eye look, and also my tips on how to and why to apply concealer. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button now. Don't miss out on my giveaways for Vlogmas in the month of December. And until next time, bye guys.